children, welcome back to social session. In the previous session, we tried to understand about the lithosphere in detail. Children, we have learnt under this lithosphere the work of the water in our previous class, where we have come across the terminology like plungy pool, meanders, oxbow lake, and different terminology which are created because of the work of the water. So, before we have begun with the work of the water, we also have learnt about the denudational process. Under the denudational process, we deeply learnt about in depth, we learnt about the terms like weathering, erosion, transportation and deposition. All these four put together, we called it as a denudational process. And we later moved to the weathering process, that which occurs because of the water and wind, and the work of the water we have seen in the previous class, which creates the U-shaped valleys, V-shaped valleys, and even the Grand Canyon, Colorado canyons, which get created because of the work of the water. And now we move on to the work of glacier. I tell you what is this glacier. Children, as you all know that there are certain areas in the world which receive snowfall instead of rainfall. In the places which are very cold, like in the Alps, in the Himalayas, in these mountainous regions where it is very cold, instead of rainfall, we receive snowfall. So the snowfall which gets accumulated here, it keeps on moving slowly down and reaching a warm place. There this ice gets converted into water and forms as a small river. This is how river Ganga also takes its birth from the Gangotri glacier, and even many other rivers also takes its birth because of this glacier melting down. So what is a glacier? A glacier is nothing but a moving ice. A moving ice river is called as a glacier. So this glacier, while the ice moves from the slopes of these mountain regions, it keeps on carrying the rock material which is under it. It keeps on carrying even those rock material, and this movement of the ice along with these rocky things work as a sandpaper. They work as a sandpaper on the bedrock, and all the particles, the rocky particles will be, as you know about the sandpaper, when you use the sandpaper on the wood, the small particles are eroded. In the same way, this also, this plucking system makes the bedrock to carry away those small particles, and these all will be gathered at a place. It's called as a till, and this all till will be gathered at a place, and at a place where the glacier cannot carry them any more forward. Mean the moment it reaches a warm area where it turns into water, in that area it cannot carry because it doesn't have that force. So because of that, it leaves all its till there, and these tills which you find on the mountainous slopes are later called as moraines. So under the work of the glaciers, we have seen three important terms, children. First one is plucking, second one is till, and third one is moraines. These are the three important terms which we have found in the work of the glacier. Plucking means the natural way through which the glacier gets eroded is called as plucking. And what is a till? Due to the plucking and abrasive coercion of the bedrock under the ice, so they form as a till. The pebbles, cobbles and other material which is brought by these glaciers is called as a till. The deposition of this till in the different parts of the glacier, on the hilly slopes, on the sides of the bank, so those are called as moraines. So this is about the work of the glacier. After the work of the glacier, we shall see about the work of the waves even. How the waves help in the creation of the different landforms. And there is a picture in the textbook given very clearly about the glacier, about the work of the waves, children. The erosion and deposition of the sea waves also create different kinds of the sea landforms. like sea caves, sea arches, and stacks and sea cliffs. These are the different kinds of things which we find it in the sea. So these all are created because of the erosion due to the waves. Waves continuously coming and hitting it, makes the rock to break and form as a cavities. And these coastal landforms undergo different kinds of changes as the time passes through. I'll show you some of the photographs here. So this is a sea cave initial stage. After few years it turns into sea arch. Okay, and the further erosion makes the roof to break and only walls are left, and these wall like features are called as stacks. These are called as stacks. Can you see, children? And these stacks after few years also completely disappear. They even disappear. And the steepy rock coast arising almost parallel to vertically to the seawater is called as a sea cliff. And these sea cliffs further due to the weathering conditions form as a rugged capes and bays. A cape is a head, this is a head, a cape is a head, land cutting into the sea. A bay is a wide-mouthed recess in the line of the coast. So like you have seen Bay of Bengal, Cape Town, these are the places which are on the coastal region formed because of the weathering of with these seawater. The sea wave deposits sediments along the shores, forming even the beaches also. So this is how the beaches also get formed due to the seawater bringing lot of material which got eroded through the sea waves, and creation of the beaches take place. This is how we learn about the work of the water, work of the glacier, and work of the waves. Under the work of the waves, we have seen about the sea arches, sea caves, and sea cliffs, and even the sea stacks. These are the different coastal landforms which we find due to the work of the waves. Tomorrow we shall see about the work of the wind, children, where you find about the mushroom rocks and even the desert sand dunes we shall see, and even the human interference also has created many landforms which we shall discuss in the next class, children. Thank you.